Okay, so once again, good afternoon all. So in the today's lecture, we will start with the new chapter, that is chapter number 6. So this will be your last chapter of the our syllabus. So the name of the chapter is Job Evaluation and the Merit Rating. So this is the last chapter. Purposefully, this chapter is kept at the last because by understanding all the concepts related to the industrial engineering, at the end, we have to understand the concept of the job evaluations and the merit rating. So actually, the job evaluation and the merit rating, these are the two different concepts. So both are having the different meanings. So one by one, we will cover that both the concepts. So job evaluation and the merit rating. So if you go through this particular content, so it is purposely divided into the two parts. First part is related to the job evaluation. So in that we are going to discuss about the what is meant by the job evaluation, then what are the objectives, then what is the procedure of the job evaluation, then which are the methods used for the evaluation of the job. That's we are going to discuss in the part 1, and in the part 2 we'll discuss about the merit rating. So once again in that merit rating we'll discuss about what is meant by the merit rating, their definitions, their important objectives, and whenever I have to give for the ratings, so at that time which methods we have to use, that methods also we are going to discuss. So this is the overall syllabus of the job evaluation and the merit rating, that is chapter number 6. Now we'll start with the first and basic points, which is called as a job evaluation. Okay, we know that in that particular job evaluation, the evaluation is one of the important words. So there is a simple meaning for the evaluation. So if you take the example of ours, so maybe if you are giving the examination, after the examination, the evaluation will be taking place. That means whatever the papers you are submitting. So what we are doing at the end, we are making the evaluations according to your whatever the answers you have written. Based on that particular answers, we are giving the marks. So that particular process is called as a evaluation. Similarly, in this particular chapter, we will discuss about all the important concepts related to the job evaluation. Because up to the chapter number 5, we have discussed all the things related to the important products, how it is to be manufactured, what is the procedure, and now your product is totally ready. Your final product is ready, and now we have to go for its evaluation. When we have to go for the evaluation, which procedures we have to follow, and how that job evaluation process is implemented in the industry, that we are going to discuss. Therefore, the job evaluation, here I have written the simple definition. The job evaluation is the process of determining in systematic manner and analytically of the worth of each job. So job evaluation is one of the process. It is one of the procedure which is to be implemented in the systematic manner. So one standard of procedure is defined, and that particular process is implemented in the systematic manner, and analytically it is related to the worth of each job. So what is meant by the worth of the each job? That means if it, worth means it is called as a value of that particular job. So worth of the job is called as a value of that particular job. So why it is to be necessary? Because whenever your product is ready, if your product is finalized, before taking that particular product in the marketing condition, first of all, we have to decide its value. Or once your product is manufactured, whether that product is satisfying all the conditions or not. So for which application, for which purpose that product is manufactured, that we have to decide first. If that job or that particular product is satisfying all the working conditions, then we can say that the product is to be properly manufactured. That means in order to check all the important things related to that particular job or related to that particular product, that particular process is called as a job evaluation. So it is called as a systematic manner. In the analytically we are calculating the worth of the job under the different factors. So which factors we are considering? So we are considering the skill, effort, responsibilities, because whenever we have to manufacture that particular product, which types of the skills are required, whether that product is manufactured by the standard machineries or automatic machineries, or it is to be manufactured by the workers, semi-skilled jobs, skilled jobs, other factors, which types of responsibilities we have taken, which types of the efforts we have given to that particular job. So all that particular factors we are going to measure under the standard conditions, and that particular measurement of that particular all the factors is called as a job evaluation. That means whatever your product is manufactured, you have to go for its evaluation, and in that evaluation we are checking the so many parameters, and based on that particular evaluation we'll decide the value of that particular job. So this is the basic definition of the job evaluation. That's why I have given the example of hours. So whenever we are giving the examination, after examination also we are going to go for the evaluation. So evaluation will be taking place based on which types of answers you have written. Whatever the answers you have written in that particular answers, all the points we have written or not. Also we are checking your presentation. What is your, how your presentation will be there. All the points are included or not. Proper explanation is given or not. So all that factors we are considering means I am doing or we are doing the evaluation of your answer sheet. Same process we are implementing in the industry related to the job evaluation. Okay, so this is the definition of the job evaluation. Now we'll discuss about the objectives. So there are so many objectives are there. One by one we'll discuss about the job evaluation objectives. So to establish the sound wage and the salary system by determination of worth of each job in factory in relation to various factors like so skill required, efforts, responsibilities involved. So this is the important objectives which is related to the wages and the salary system. So whatever the evaluation of the job is taking place in that during that particular evaluation, so what we are doing, we are giving the wages and the salary to that particular operator, because sometimes the job is to be manufactured by some unskilled operator, some skilled operator. Sometimes we are using some standard machineries like CNC machine, VMC machine. So like that advanced technology we are using. And by using that particular advanced technologies, we are converting the raw material into the finished goods. But during that, the workers, those who are working on that particular job, if they are working in the effective manner, if their performance is very good, so according to that particular performance, we are giving the wages. So what is meant by the wages? In Marathi, it is called as a vetan. Wages, it is called as a vetan. Okay, so that wages will be given based on the performance of that particular operator. If one operator is performing its task in the effective manner, then rather than its salary, we are giving the salary, no problem. But rather than that particular salary, if I am giving additional amount to that particular operator, that additional amount is called as a wages, or it is called as a incentive. Or sometimes some operators are doing some overtime work. So after 8 hours, he can work 2-3 extra hours in that particular industry, and for that extra overtiming, that industry is providing some additional amount. So such types of the facilities, such types of the system should be available in the industry, and how much amount of wages should be provided, it is totally based on that particular job evaluation. So this is the first objective related to the wages and the salary system. Then second objective is called as a to eliminate the wage inequalities. So inequalities in the wages. So sometimes what happens, few workers are working in the effective manner, few workers are not working in the ineffective manner. Those who are working in the effective manner, so for all of them, we have to give the same additional amount. If you are giving the extra 10,000, then that 10,000 amount should be given to the all workers, those who are working in the effective manner. But in that, for one worker 10,000, for another worker 7,000, for another worker 5,000, for one more worker 3,000. Such types of the inequalities should not be there. Out of 100, if the 50 workers are working in the effective manner, all the 50 workers we have to give the same wage amount. And remaining 50 workers, they are not working in the effective manner, some additional amount, maybe 2,000, 3,000, like that amount we can give as a wages to them. Therefore, in that particular job evaluation, it is also implemented, that is to eliminate the wages inequalities. So that will be eliminated by using this particular job evaluation process. To establish a general wage level for a given factory. So if we have to start this particular wages concept in your industry, at that time, the concept of job evaluation, it plays very important role. Then fourth one, to clearly define the line of authority and the responsibility. So in this particular job evaluation, so evaluation of the job is taking place under the so many conditions, so many factors are there. At that time, this job evaluation process will clearly define the line of authority and the responsibility. So which authority is given to which person, which responsibility should be given to which person, that will be decided under the concept of job evaluation process. Then again, the sixth objective is there, to provide a sound base of for requirement selection, promotion, transfer of the employee. So this is also again very important. That is recruitment. If I have to take the new recruitment in this, that means if I have to hire the new workers in the industry, at that time the job evaluation plays very important role. If I have to go for the selection of the skilled operator, unskilled operator, again the job evaluation plays very important role. If I have to go for the promotion, so one worker is working in the industry for the last 10 years, and now if I have to go for the promotion, so based on their performance and based on that particular job evaluation process, we have to use this particular concept. And then transfer of the employee. Sometimes if we have to transfer the worker from one industry to another industry, or from one plant to the second to third to fourth, so like that transfer is also taking place. At that time, during that particular transfer process, the concept of the job evaluation, it also plays very important. Then next objective is to identify the training needs of the employee so as to prepare them for the future position. So if we have to give the additional training, advanced training we can say, if we have to give the advanced training to the employees in order to prepare them for the future position. In future, if we have to start the new plant, in future, if we have to start a new technology in your industry, so as per that particular new technology, as per that particular new plan, we have to give the training to all the types of employees. At that time, the concept of job evaluation plays very important role. Then a sound base of individual performance measurement. If we have to measure the individual performance of the operator, it may be skilled operator, it may be supervisor, it may be manager, it may be some assistant manager, it may be engineer. If we have to check the performance of them at that time, the concept of job evaluation plays very important role. And the last objectives, to promote a good employee-employee relationship. So if we have to maintain, if we have to increase the productivity, at that time, what is the requirement? We have to maintain the proper relation between the employee and the employer. If the proper relation is not maintained at that time, the employers or the workers are not works in the effective manner, and automatically it will be affects on the productivity. Therefore, we have to maintain the proper relation between them. At that time also, the concept of job evaluation plays very important role. Okay, so these are the basic definition of the job evaluation, and these are their important objectives. So maximum times, the maximum objectives are given on the wages system, salary system, then overall development of the worker, then their training, their promotions, their selections, their performance checking, proper relations. All the objectives are correlated with the operators only, and for that the concept of job evaluation plays very important role. Okay, so this is related to the objectives. Now we'll discuss about the procedure. So what is the procedure? So in that some steps are there. So job evaluation procedure. So in that total 6 steps are there. So if you go in the first slide, the 3 steps or 3 procedures are mentioned, and then in the second slide, remaining 3 are to be mentioned. So in the first process of the job evaluation is the job analysis. So what is meant by the job analysis? So simple. I have written in one sentence in front of job analysis. What I have written: determine detailed facts about the job. Determine detailed facts about the job. So whatever the information is available with that particular job, that information we have to take under the first step, which is called as a job analysis. So in this particular job analysis process, it involves the systematic examination of the job. So what we have done here, the systematic examination will be carried out, and through this particular examination of the job, you will get all the types of information. Then which type of information you will get under the job analysis? In that first one is called as a nature of task performed by the worker. Whatever the number of workers are working, which type of task that worker is performing, that information you will get under the job analysis process. Then second, purpose or objective of the task. So whatever the task is performing by that particular operator, what is the objective? Why he is performing that particular task? Why he is working on that particular job? That information also you will get from the job analysis. Then third, working condition under which the tasks are carried out. Working condition, under which working condition the worker is working, whether he is working in the cold region, high temperature region, or he is working in some another department. That working condition, nature of working condition, that information also you will get from this particular job analysis. In addition to that, what is the additional requirement is there? Maybe responsibility, skill required to carry that particular task, maybe skilled operator is required or not, or unskilled operator is required, supervisor is required. So like that, all the basic informations we will get from this particular job analysis process. So this is the first procedure, which is called as the job analysis, having the simple definition: determine the detailed facts about the job. So that's why I have given the nature of task performed, purpose of task, working condition, responsibility, skill required to carry the task. All the such types of the basic information you will get under the job analysis. Again, in that particular job analysis, there are the three important stages are there. So I have written in this particular slide. The first one is called as a job identification. Second is information collection, and third one is called as a qualification requirement. So under the job analysis, again the three steps are there. In that first is called as a job identification. So what is meant by the job identification? So whatever the information we have to find, which information we have to find. So in order to find that particular information, first of all we have to go for the identification of job. First of all, we have to go for the identification of job. So for that purpose, you will get this particular information through the organizational chart or diagram of the production processes or the functional relationship between the jobs. So organizational charts. So whatever the jobs are available in the industry. So each and every job, it is having their own manufacturing process. So through this particular manufacturing process, we can identify the job. Because if the job is not available, it is not possible to implement the job analysis process, or it is not possible to implement the job evaluation process. Therefore, the first step is important, which is called as a job identification. So, and in that particular job identification, you will get all the information from the organizational charts or whatever the production process is available, whatever the operation process is available. Through this particular process, you will get the job identification or you will get the detailed information. In second is called as a information identification. So in that particular information identification, if you will get the information, so here we are implementing the different types of the questionnaires. Some standard questions are there, that standard questions we have to ask, and through these particular questions you will get the all the types of information. Then which questions we are asking? For example, who does the work, who is performing the work, what is essential for the task, how the task is to be performed, which equipments we are using. So like that, whatever the WH questions are there: who, why, what, when, why, where. So such types of the WH questions will be asked to that particular task, and through these particular questions you will get the all the types of answers. So what is the task is to be performed, to perform that particular task, how many operators are working, who is working on that particular task, how the task will be performed, which equipments we are using. So such types of the questions we have to ask, and from that particular questions you will get the information. Therefore, the second step is called as a information collection. And the third important step is called as a qualification requirement. So which types of qualifications are required? For example, knowledge of the operator we have to check, the skill of the education, knowledge we have to check, their education we have to check, then their experience also we have to check, physical ability we have to check, mental ability also we have to check, because based on this particular physical and mental ability, it is also very important, because sometimes workers are not mentally strong. At that time it will be affects on the overall development. So this mental ability also we have to check. And last one is important, attitude. So attitude, it is very important thing. So if your attitude is in positive manner, then we can work in the effective manner and your overall development will be taking place. If your attitude is negative towards your work, at that time it is not possible to work in the effective manner, Maybe due to that particular wrong attitude, some different things are happening in the industry, and it will be affects on your overall development. So this is the first steps of the job evaluation, which is called as a job analysis, through which you will get all the detailed facts about this particular job. And in order to obtain all those particular facts, these three steps are very important: job identification, information collection, and the qualification requirement. So this is the first step. Then second is called as a job description. So again here I have written the job description follows the job analysis. So second step, it is also follows the job analysis. It gives the essential facts about the job like duties, responsibilities, working conditions, etc. Through job analysis also you will get the information related to the how the duties to be performed, who is responsible for that particular work, under which working condition the operator is working. That information you will get from the job analysis. Again, through the job description also, you will get the same information related to the duties of the job, responsibilities, working conditions, other factor requires. In which information you will get through this particular job description. For example, job identification containing the details like the job titles. So what is the title of the job? What is the department? In which department the working or the evaluation of the job is taking place? In which section? What is the job code? What is the name of the supervisor? What is the name of the operator? All the such types of the basic information you will get through this particular job description concept. In addition to that, you will get all the total job summary, which will give the overall picture of the duties performed. So in this particular job description, you will get the additional information like overall picture of the job. So from the start point to the end point, from the start point to the end point, whatever the task we are performing or the operator is performing, that all the tasks, all the detail will be recorded in the under this particular job description concept. And the third one is a work performed, gives the detail of both regular as well as occasional tasks performed. So whatever the task we are performing, whether that task we are performing regularly or occasionally, because sometimes some workers are continuously working on one job, and some workers today they are working on one job, next day they are working on another job, again in the next day they are working on the different types of the jobs. So that factors that also recorded under this particular job description concept. Therefore, job analysis and the job description both are correlated with each other. The similar type of information you will get from the job analysis and the job description. But in job description, additional information you will get like a title of the job, department, section, name of the supervisor, overall picture of that particular process, then whatever the task is performing, whether that task is performing regularly or occasionally, that all the type of information you will get under the concept of or under the job description concept. So these are the two important steps of the job evaluation, which is called as a job analysis and the job description. And then third step is called as a job specification. So what is meant by the job specification? So here I have written, it is a statement of qualities and capabilities that employee must possess to perform the job satisfactorily. Sometimes we have to satisfy some of the conditions whenever we are manufacturing the job. So what is the condition? For example, I'm manufacturing one job. During that particular manufacturing, what is my output? After manufacturing that particular job or after manufacturing that particular product, this product has to satisfy these particular conditions. This product has to satisfy these particular conditions. But sometimes due to some faulty manufacturing process or due to unskilled operators operating on that particular job, some faulty products will be manufactured. And due to that particular faulty products or faulty manufacturing, the job is not working in the proper working condition. That means it is not satisfactory. So for that purpose, this job specification step plays very, very important role. Therefore, in the first only I have written That is, it is a statement of qualities and capabilities of that an employee. Qualities and capability. It's totally depending upon the quality of the worker and the capability of that particular employee. Must possess to perform the job satisfactorily. If the quality of the operator or the employee is very good, their capability is also very good, then and then only whatever the job we are manufacturing, it will get satisfied. If the quality is not maintained, capabilities are not maintained, at that time, the satisfactory work will not be obtained. Therefore, this job specification, it is the statement of qualities and capabilities that an employee must possess to perform the job satisfactorily. Then specify the attributes possessed by the employee to complete the job satisfactorily. Specify the attributes possessed. So whatever the attributes we have considered, maybe we are considering different types of the factors like education of the operator, experience of the operator, their physical effort, their responsibilities, material handling equipments, material handling machines. So all the facilities, all such types of the all the such types of facilities we have provided. And if they are works in the effective manner, then and then only, yeah, the satisfactory of the job will be taking place. Therefore, the qualities, capabilities, and other factors like education, experience, then physical efforts, responsibility of that particular operator, all that particular factors we are considering under this particular job specification. And if they are works in the effective manner, then job satisfactory will be taking place. So this is the third step related to the job evaluation. Then job classification, determine the relative worth of the job. So once these three steps are implemented, which one? Job analysis, job description, and the job specification. Then we have to go for the job classification. That means we have to divide the different types of the jobs under the different conditions. So quality 1, quality 2, quality 3, quality 4, like that. So fourth step is called as a job classification, that is determine the relative worth of the job. So worth means it is related to the value of the job. Value, or it is also called as a in Marathi, their good working conditions we can call it as a value, we can call it as a their good capabilities. So this is called as a worth of the each job. So according to that, the classification of the job will be taking place. And then once the classification will be taking place, then we have to go for the wage determination. So here compare the jobs with predetermined jobs and arrive at suitable wage structure. So sometimes whatever the new jobs we have manufactured, that jobs we can compare with the predetermined jobs. That means 2-3 standard jobs are available with you having good performance. Some standard jobs are available with you having good performance, and whatever the new jobs I have manufactured or whatever new jobs are manufactured in the industry, that jobs we are comparing with the predetermined jobs, and accordingly the wage structure will be defined. Wage structure means which value we have to give, whether we have to give the rating as a high, or whether we have to give the rating as a medium, or whether we have to give the rating as a low. So like that ratings we have to give to that particular job. But before giving that particular rating, first of all we have to go for the comparison. So we can compare our jobs with the standard predetermined jobs. We are checking their performance with the standards, and if the performance is as per our requirement, as per our satisfaction, the job will be accepted. If it is not as per the requirement, it will be rejected. And based on that particular performance, these wages will be determined. If the job is having the high performance, the amount will be given to the all workers because they are working in the effective manner. If the job performance is very poor, that means due to the faulty manufacturing process, due to the faulty workers, the job is not properly manufactured, the wages should not be given to them. So this is related to the wage determination. And last one is called as a evaluate the performance. So based on the job description and the specification, the performance will be evaluated. So job description, previous step is there. Job description and the job specification, performance of the job will be evaluated. At the end, in the last step, we can check the performance, whether your job is accepted or not. Or we can check its performance in the form of high, low, medium, like that. So if its performance is very good, then it will be strongly accepted. That means performance is very high. If its performance is up to somewhat marks, then medium. Its performance is medium. If it is totally rejected, the job will not satisfy the condition as per the requirement. Maybe job will be rejected, means performance is very low. So like that, at the end you have to evaluate the performance of that particular job, and during that particular evaluating the performance, whatever the data we have collected in the job description and the job specification, that data is very useful for evaluating the performance of that particular job. So this is related to the basic procedure of the job evaluation. So we can keep total 6 points in your mind. What is the first procedure? Job analysis, then job description, job specification, job classification, wage determination, and evaluate the performance. Because based on this particular 6 points, maximum times the EMCQ questions will be asked in your examination based on the EMCQs. So it is this particular words or this particular steps. These are also very, very important. And in each step, what exactly we are doing, that is also very, very important. Therefore, you have to understand all these particular steps of the job evaluation. It will be helpful for your further study. Okay. So this is related to the job evaluation procedure. And I have represent this particular job evaluation procedure in the block diagram. So the basic title I have written, and at the bottom side, the explanation of that particular step I have explained in one sentence. For example, job analysis, determine the detailed facts. Job description, describe the clear requirements of the job. Job specification, it specify the attributes of employee to complete the job satisfactorily. Job classification, wage determination, evaluate the performance. So whatever the basic small keywords are there, that keywords I have represented under the each step. For this particular keywords also we can understand the procedure of the job evaluation. So you can keep this particular figure also for your study purpose. And then we start with the job evaluation system, or it is also called as a method. So based on this particular also the MCQ questions will be there. So total 4 methods are there for the job evaluation. In that, first one is called as a ranking method, then job classification method or job classification system, factor comparison method, and the point rating method. Based on this, the MCQ question will be there. For example, the following are the job evaluation method. So 4 options will be given, and in that particular 4 options, one option will be there where your answer is there. So remaining 3 options will be based on some different types of methods are there which are not under the job evaluation. But out of that particular 4 options, we have to choose the correct one, which will be your job evaluation system or job evaluation system. It is also called as a job evaluation method. Okay, so this is total 4 methods are there: ranking method, job classification, factor comparison method, and the point rating method. Okay, so in the today's lecture, we'll take the first 2 methods only, and then we will stop. So first one is called as the ranking method. So it is very simple and maximum times. Such types of the ranking method we are also implementing in our day-to-day applications, maybe as per our requirement. So ranking method means the name itself suggests that the ranking is given to that particular job. So here I have written the jobs are ranked in terms of their importance from lowest to highest. The jobs are ranked in terms of their importance from lowest to highest. What ranking I have to go? High, medium, low. So these are the 3 rankings. So once your job is totally manufactured, it is totally ready, product is totally ready, but before it is using in actual application, what is our requirement? We have to go for the evaluation. We have to check their performance. So if I have to check the performance of each and every job or that particular new product, if I am implementing his first method as the ranking method, so based on the performance of that particular job, based on the performance of that particular job or the product, I have to give the ranking in the form of high, medium, and the low. So for that purpose, I have to follow some steps. So here I have written the ranks are decided by the committee. So if I have to give the ranking, so one committee is to be decided. That committee means it contains the total skilled operators. So those who are having the maximum experience in the industry, they are having the good knowledge related to the job evaluation. So such committee, first of all, we have to decide, and that committee will give the rankings. So this is very easiest and the simplest method. And if I'm checking the performance, so at that time, what are the steps involved in the ranking method? So first one is a selection of the job. So for which job I have to give the ranking, first of all, I have to select that particular job. Then I have to go for the job analysis, and detailed analysis, detailed performance of the job will be taking place. Then choosing the committee for the ranking job. So what is the committee we have finalized? That committee also we have to choose. Then ranking of the jobs. So for example, the performance of the job, analysis of the job is taking place, and based on that particular analysis, if your job is satisfying all the conditions, if he is satisfying your all the requirements, what ranking I have to give? High. Why high? Because as per my requirement, the job is defined, job is designed, and he is working in the effective manner. He is satisfying my all the conditions. Therefore, I have given the high ranking. Sometimes out of 100%, 80% working will be taking place, remaining 20% faulty working will be taking place. So what rating I will give? Medium. My requirement is that 100% satisfaction will be there, but 100% satisfaction will not be taking place. 80 to 60% satisfaction will be taking place. At that time, I am giving the ranking as a medium. But until the product is manufactured, it is not satisfying your conditions. It is not working in the effective manner. Their performance is very low. At that time, I have to give the ranking as a low. And based on that, we have to decide that whether that product or the jobs we have to take in the market condition or not. If it is accepted, your rating is very high, it will be accepted. If your rating is also somewhat medium as per the requirement, it is also accepted. But whatever the rating is given, it is low or the lower rating is given, at the time, such types of the jobs or such types of the products, it will not be accepted for your further application. So like that, ranking we have to give to that particular job, and it will be given by using the first method, which is called as a ranking method. Okay, so such types of this particular process, so many times we are implementing. So whenever we are organizing some events in our colleges, so at that time, in that also we are giving some ranks. So runner-up, winner, second runner-up. So based on the performance, based on their output, we are giving the ranking. So to give that particular rankings, so judges are available, some faculty members are available. So that means we have decided the committee will check the performance, and based on that performance, the ranking will be given. So this is called as a ranking method, which will be given in the form of lowest to highest. So it is having some advantages. This method is very simple. It is less time consuming, less paperwork. Simply we have to give performance is as per requirement, rating is high. It is as per somewhat requirement, rating is medium. Then it is not as per the requirement, it is lower. So after the paperwork is there, it is also very less time consuming, very less time is required. It is very simple method. It is having limitations. It is less accurate. So accuracy, whatever the result you will get in that much accuracy will not be obtained through this particular ranking method. So this method is not mostly implemented in the industry because its accuracy is very, very less. Then where it is to be used, where only limited jobs to be analyzed. So very limited jobs, whenever I have to analyze, for example, 10 jobs, 20 jobs, maximum 50 jobs, if I have to go for the analysis, at that time, such types of the ranking methods will be provided. If your number of jobs are increased, at that time it is very difficult to give the rankings because so many jobs are available and number of jobs are having the number of results. Then how I will give the ranking like low, medium, high.
So if minimum number of jobs are available, limited jobs, so for that limited jobs, this ranking method will be applicable. It is very simple, time consuming, less paperwork is required, no problem. But if the accuracy is there, that accuracy is not up to the mark. Therefore, wherever the limited jobs are there, for that purpose, this method will be implemented. If your number of jobs are increases, at that time, this method will not be implemented in the industry. So this is the ranking method. Then next is called as a job classification system, or it is also called as a job classification method. So what is that particular method indicates job classification? So here, in case of a job classification methods, we are giving the grades. So you know that what is meant by the grades. So in the previous days, the marking will be given to you whenever you are taking your results. So maybe you got the 70%, 75%, 80%, 90%, that percentage you will get. But afterwards, some new technology is coming. Instead of giving the percentage, the grade system will be given to you. What is grade? A, A++, B, B++. So like that graded system we are using in this particular second method, which is called as a job classification method. So in this particular graded system, again we are taking some amount of help by using the previous method, like a ranking method. So what is the procedure we are implementing in the previous ranking method? Some steps we are taking as it is for the job analysis purpose, and based on the job evaluation or based on the performance, we are giving the grades. So for that purpose, here I have written the steps. So here I have written allocating the jobs to the grades which are to be predetermined. So such types of the methods we are using if your number of jobs or number of products are increases. So ranking method is applicable for the 10 jobs, for example. Then job classification method will be applicable for the maybe 50 jobs, because 40 extra jobs are available. So at that time, because grade we can give in the different manner from A to Z, so many grades are available. For A means 100% efficiency, B means 95, C means 90%, D means 85%. So like that, so many grades are available, and based on that particular grade, the evaluation of the job will be taking place. So what is the first step? Decide and describe the number of grades. So first of all, before starting the evaluation, first of all we have to decide the grades. If performance is 100%, what is the grade? A++. If the performance is 90%, what is the grade? A+. If performance is 90%, what is the grade? A. If performance is 80 to 90%, the grade is B. So like that, we have to decide the grade and their numbers. This is the first step. Write the grade level description. So why I have given the A++ to the 100%? Because you have to write down the description, because job is satisfying all the conditions, it is working in the effectiveness. Then A+, why 95%? What is the description? This is the job, the running speed of the job is not up to the mark, therefore the grade is given A+. So whatever the grade we are decided, to that particular each and every grade, we have to give the description. Why A++? Their reason. Why A+? Their reason. Why B? Their reason. If total low level is there, for example, capital E, this is the total low level grade. So we have to give the description of that particular E. Why E will be given. So write the grade level description. Listing the jobs to be evaluated. So here the evaluation of the job will be taking place. So first of all, whatever the number of jobs we have to evaluate, first of all we have to prepare their listing and assigning the jobs to the grades based on the grade and the job level description. So once list of the job is ready, we are checking the performance, and according to their performance, we have to give the grade. For example, 1 to 10 jobs, they are works in the effective manner, their grade is A++. All the first 10 components are works in the effective manner. Then 11 to 20, their grade is A+, because they are not working in the all effective manner, A+, because their performance is 95%. So according to, we have to check the performance of each and every job, and based on that particular performance, we have to give the grades. So this is the job evaluation system. So what is the difference between the first step and the first method and the second method? In the first method, we are giving the ranking in the form of low, medium, and high. only three factors are available: low, medium, high, and that first method is applicable for the limited jobs. But again, your number of jobs are increases. Then I am using the job classification method, where instead of using the ranks, I am using the grades, and based on the performance. And based on the performance of that particular job, first of all, I have to decide the grades. I have to decide the grade numbers. Then I have to decide the description of each and every grade. Then I have to list out the jobs. And at the end, by checking the performance of each and every job, what I am doing, I am checking the performance and I am giving the grade. So first of all, we have to decide the grade from A++ to E. A++ very high, then A+, then A, then B, then C, then D, then E. E is totally low. It is not accepted. So like that, first of all, we have to decide the grading, and then we have to go for the evaluation. So the difference between the first method and the second method: the first method is applicable for the limited jobs because limited ranking is available, low, medium, high. The second method, number of jobs we can be evaluated simultaneously, and the accordingly grading will be given to. So this is related to the ranking method and the job evaluation method. So you have to keep the two things in your mind. In the ranking method, ranking will be given in the form of low, medium, high, and it is applicable for the limited job. And job classification method, the evaluation will be taking place in the form of grades. The grade will be given to the each and every job, and number of jobs can be evaluated simultaneously as compared to the ranking method. So this is the second method of the job evaluation. Okay, so with this, today we will stop here. The remaining two methods we will take in the next lecture.